Drum Hang, and I'm Chris Smith. Before the record of the day, please welcome to the Drum Hang my new drums. Noble and Cooley in this sand sparkle finish. Oh, I don't know if it'll focus, but this sucker's bad, boy. Let me tell you what. These drums, I love these drums. I endorse them in the sense that I love them enough to sell my Gretsch drums, sell a bunch of cymbals, and buy these with my own hard-earned money because they're the best drums I've ever played. So, CD Maple Toms, Maple Shell Toms by Noble and Cooley. The bass drums are their Horizon line, so it's maple with an inner ply of mahogany to add some warmth and low end on my bass drums. Solid shell tulip snare drum, and then I also have an alloy snare drum, which I'll pull out in future videos. So I'll probably do some sort of review video of them eventually, but I love them. I'm still like tuning with them, taking them to different gigs to hear how they sound in different rooms, but they're super dynamic, super warm. I love them. So thanks for indulging me there, and you'll hear the drums in all the videos coming up. So now to the record of the day. Joshua Redman Quartet just released this year in 2019. It's Come What May, and it features the great band of Reuben Rogers, Aaron Goldberg on piano, and Josh Redman on saxophone, of course, and the great Greg Hutchinson on drums. Greg Hutch is one of my favorite drummers. I love his dynamics, his musicality, his energy, his this just use of like classic language and modern language, and just plays his butt off and shows us all how to swing and play not only in the lineage of all our heroes, but play modern things as well, which is where sort of this episode, Modern Rub-a-Dub, is going to go. But before we get there, here's a little nugget of Hutch material that I love playing myself. It's actually not from this record, but it's from this record. Greg Gisbert's Hardcoreology, recorded a while back on Crisscross, but it is a phenomenal record. And on the Duke Pearson song, Is That So?, right before they go into the solos, after the head into the solos, Hutch plays this 5-stroke roll figure. He plays eighth notes that are straight between the hands, and then a 5-stroke roll into sort of a crash on beat 4. So it's rudimental with the 5-stroke roll, it's dynamic, it's exciting, it's kind of a double time feel, and it has that hit on beat 4, which is coming from New Orleans drumming, that big beat, that big beat 4 is very important in jazz and something that you should be playing. So here's Greg Hutchinson playing this lick, and then I'll play it for you just so you can see it. That might help you also see it fast and then slow. So here's Greg playing this beat 4 lick on Gizzy's record. Check it out. One, two, three, four. Alright, so I had really good feedback from a lot of you subscribers on the Rub-a-Dub video, obviously, which is something that I practice and play a lot, and something that I really heard Mel Lewis play. But like I was talking about Greg Hutchinson, like what we should be doing is, yes, playing what our heroes played and figuring that out and transcribing and all this, but then sort of find ways that we can play it and make it our own thing, right? So I was practicing last week this phrase, 7-note grouping. I was trying to figure out ways to make the rub-a-dub more modern, something that I could play on a gig that it might not sound as old school, right? So I took the right, right, left, which is the rub-a-dub sticking, that right, right, left, used in a variety of different ways. I took that sticking and I made a 7-note cell out of it. And it's right, right, left, then a right, right, left, left. Right, right, left, right, right, left, left. That's the 7-note phrase. And when I was playing time, I was throwing in this 7-note phrase and seeing where it lined up. I first put it on the downbeat, but it kind of chopped up my ride cymbal pattern too much, so I wanted to find 2 eighth notes where it would work to start the phrase, this 7-note phrase. So on beat 2, I'm already playing 1, 2, and on my cymbal, so that's when I started my 7-note phrase of right, right, left. So right, right, left, 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 right, right, left, 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 right, right, left, left. So it works out where you play that pattern 3 times, starting on beat 2, and then you start it again, but you end it with two counts of eighth notes between your hands, just like the Greg Hutchinson fill we just checked out. So I'll show you the transcription. I'll play the transcription of this fill, this modern rub-a-dub fill, fast and slow so you can check it out. I'll put the transcription up for some of the time, then I'll take it away so you can also see what I'm doing. The last thing I'll do is actually then thinking about this episode, I'll play this rub-a-dub phrase, and then at the end I go left, right, and sometimes I'll crash and that's the and a 4, that's the way out. But then I thought, well, that's the same thing Hutch did in his fill, so then I'll play a 5-stroke roll and then a hit on what ends up being, the 5-stroke roll ends up being on beat 1 of the 5th bar, and the hit is on beat 2. So it's my thing. One, 2. So enough talking. Here it is. I'll show it to you, and then check it out. Let me know what you think. Here we go. One, two, on, 2, 3, 4, 1.